In this video, you're going to learn the absolute secrets to productivity, focus, flow state that I learned from a mentor that sold his company for over $100 million. Now, you don't have ADHD. You just evolved to throw a spear through the heart of a buffalo, but now you've been domesticated to sit under flickering LED lights, hunched over a computer, working for a boss that couldn't give a fuck about you, in some concrete building after you just ate your lunch, sprayed with pesticides, rodenticides, insecticides, fungicides, atrazine. You haven't seen the sunlight in 2 weeks. The last time you worked out, you don't even remember, right? That's the reality that most people are living in. Now, the key superpower in the modern world is to be able to focus, flow, and be able to delineate what's important and what isn't. Now, we're overwhelmed with so much information. I heard the statistic the other day that we process more information in one day than our ancestors did in their entire lifetime. You think about all the stuff we're exposed to when we scroll on TikTok or Instagram for 30 minutes, all the different perspectives, the different ideas. It's so much that your brain can't even process it. And that is the first key to focus and flow state and productivity, is to remove everything from your life that does not contribute to your life goals, right? If you can't look back on it when you're 80 years old and attribute it to meaning an amazing thing in your life, cut it, get it out of your life. People that are on their deathbed, they don't really say what they did do that they regret, but what they didn't do. And one of the things that most people don't do is get rid of all their distractions. Think about this world. And honestly, I feel for most people, because in the society we're brought up in, so many things are pushed onto us, addictions, whatever it is, to where you take these addictions on from a young age, whether it's, vaping, scrolling on social media, you name it. There's tons of addictions out there and distractions. You then have to break all of these behaviors and unlearn them, otherwise they'll break you. So the key is to get rid of all of the mindless scrolling. Get rid of all of the time that you spent doing activities that distract you, right? If you're in a situation to where you're working a job you don't really care about, you're in a life that isn't absolutely amazing, or you're in a shit situation, you have to climb your way out of it step by step. And the easiest way to do this is to think of your mind like a garden. And the best way to have the most beautiful flowers and trees grow in your garden is to simply remove the weeds. Get rid of everything that is distracting you, everything that is holding you back. And by default, you're going to be a winner. You're going to find ways to make money, to get healthy, because you'll be so bored because you don't have your life filled with these bad habits, bad thinking, negative friends, that you'll figure out a way to win. So that's number one. Get rid of everything. Cut out everything that's not serving you. Now, number two, and it's very similar to that, is to only tune into a few key information sources, right? There's so many content creators, so many different mentors out there. You have to figure out a few of the mentors, people that you want to become like, that you admire and respect. Tune into them, but don't have so much sensory input in your mind tuning into so many of them, right? It's a lot better, instead of watching someone's content on, this or that, to read a book about it, listen to an audiobook. So really have high standards. That is really what this is about. Don't allow things into your life that don't bring you value in some shape or form. Now, number three is similar to the last point, but what it is your identity. Your life is a direct reflection of your identity, right? And as you evolve your identity, your life will change, your behavior will change. There's a great book called Atomic Habits, and he says at the core of behavior change is your identity. Who do you think you are? If you identify as someone who isn't productive, as someone who's not that healthy, that you're semi-healthy, you do okay, someone who has okay friends, whatever it is, your life will always reflect that, to where you have to be delusional to some degree and build your identity on, no, I have the identity of a multimillionaire. I have the identity of someone that is super successful. I have the identity of that ideal person that I want to be, even though at that moment you may feel like a little bit of a fraud or that that's not fully you. You have to convince yourself, you have to brainwash yourself that you are successful, that you think successful thoughts, that you make successful decisions, that the behaviors you make are successful. And slowly, step by step, you're going to put enough evidence in front of you that soon your identity just assumes that, right? I love a quote I heard about confidence, and it's not like, shouting affirmations in the mirror. It's building a mountain of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. But before you get there, you have to change your identity that you are already that person. This is where visualization really helps. Thinking about, what if everything went right and I met the right people and I just got lucky and things started to work out and money just flowed to me and opportunities flowed to me? Who could I be? What is the absolute upper echelon, the epitome of my potential 2 years from now? What does that look like? Okay, what if blessings came into my life that I couldn't even imagine? Like amazing things. Okay, let's visualize that. What does that person look like? And once you have a clear picture of that person in your mind, that successful, healthy, tan, jacked, rich, world traveling, amazing, competent individual, whatever it is, begin to identify with that now. And this is where, like I said, visualization helps. Close your eyes and imagine that person. We get so engrossed in the material reality of world when we wake up, and Joe Dispenza talks a lot about this, but you wake up and it's all just your past behaviors, the past systems, the past programmings, to where humans to a degree are like computers or animals, like base instincts, completely doing the exact same things, programmed completely in the matrix, to where they don't have the self-awareness to lift themselves up from their situation just a little bit, to gain a seed of self-awareness to change the trajectory of their life. So you have to take those moments throughout your day to take a step back, to think of the possibilities, the person you would like to become, the amazing dreams that you still have, right? As a kid, you have all these dreams, you have all these passions, these things that you want to do, and life is colorful, it's bright, but with age, life slowly gets, bleak and gray, and you lose your dreams and you accept this reality that was pushed onto you from others. You give up your hopes, your desires, your passions, your side quests, and you slowly give up hope and you accept mediocrity. And you're doomed from there if you don't wake up, right? You'll become 80 years old one day and look back if you don't die earlier, because I believe when a person doesn't chase their dreams and their goals, the pain teacher shows up in their life, whether that's through a disease or an illness or a bad relationship or a car crash, because you have to learn the lesson, and we're here to grow, to evolve, to learn new things. And if you don't do that, you're just you're a magnet for problems and negativity in your life. So you have to change and grow and evolve. So leading back to the beginning, I know I digressed a bit, and this was about focus and productivity. The other main key is to find something meaningful. Find what looks like work to others, but is play to you. Find the thing that you can do without getting paid. Find the things that you are passionate about. Now, for sure, when you're making your first little bit of money, you have to do things that you aren't passionate about. But I believe that to truly be successful, reach your absolute epitome of human potential and what you were put on this earth to do, right? Like your true innate genius. We all have our own innate talents and advantages. You have to play your own cards. And sure, maybe you weren't dealt the best cards, but just like a poker player, hey, bluff, whatever it is, Play the deck of cards you were given to the best of your abilities. And slowly, you'll find opportunities. You'll get lucky. Things will come to you. I heard once that luck is just staying in the game long enough to have lucky things happen to you. So it's about perseverance and understanding that in life, you're going to be most successful when you find a career that's deeply meaningful to you, a purpose, a mission, something that's bigger than yourself that can inspire a great vision that can give you the levity to overcome the inertia or the gravity of life's challenges. And when you find that thing that is meaningful, it's going to feel like play and not like work, right? It's like what Alan Watts says, is you want to find the thing that blurs the line between work and play. And then when you do that, you're going to crush it. If you're a great speaker, creating content and speaking to the camera is probably amazing. Don't try and create trends and content like all these people that can't really speak to a camera. If you're amazing at mathematics and code and everyone's telling you you need to start a coaching business, don't do that. Lean into your own innate strengths and advantages and play the deck of cards you were built, right? Like for me, I'm really good at organization. I like design. I can speak to a camera somewhat. So I'm going to lean into those strengths. You have to figure out what your strengths are and lean into those. A lot of the times when we don't feel productive or can't get into flow state, it's because we're working on things we shouldn't be working on. We're working on distracting items. Steven Pressfield in his book, The Art of War, calls these shadow activities, right? It's like the world's most famous painter will distract himself with gambling or a career in IT or something boring because it's a shadow career, right? And it's comfortable to where to pursue your true calling in life is uncomfortable. But once you get there and you're living in alignment with who you are and your purpose, opportunities come to you, luck comes to you, blessings beyond what you can even fathom end up right in front of you. So there's much more I've learned about focus and productivity and flow state and meaning that I can make more videos on. But another thing that's important is like with that vision is finding meaning in life, right? You have to find out what's meaningful to you, whether that's retiring your family, creating something that impacts millions of lives, living a healthy life, not having to go to the grocery store and buy the inorganic food that poisons you, even if it's as simple as that. Or maybe living in a dream country or living in the neighborhood you always wanted to. You don't have to be an entrepreneur and go and create, a $1 million business. You just have to find out what will make you happy, what will make your life meaningful, and pursue that. So that's it for this video. If you guys are still watching, which I hope you are, like, comment, subscribe, and comment something that you took away from this video, as well as any other videos or topics you would like me to talk about. So until next time, much love.